Welcome to Lake Atitlan in Guatemala, the place with magical energy. In this video, I'm taking you around showing you the most beautiful spots in just 3 days. Hola! Hola, amigo! I am in Cerro San Cojil. Oh god, the pronunciation is hard. And this is the beginning of the touristy street that goes all the way to the lakefront. Make sure you don't forget coconut water. There are plenty of shops here that sell vegan and healthy options. I would definitely recommend supporting the locals. I started my Guatemala adventure in Antigua, the most beautiful city in Central America. If you want to find out more, click the link above. I'm taking a shuttle from Antigua to Atitlan, San Marcos, where I'm staying. You can easily get the tickets from tour operators around, or you can just book it online on guatego.com. The ride is about 2.5 hours long. So cute. I'm coming to Atitlan from Ecatinango hike, and I'm a little tired, so I need to take a little bit of time off to relax. If you want to find out more about the hike, click the link above for the video. I will take you out soon. Another reason I really like the hotel is you get incredible views of the lake and the volcanoes right from its pool. There is only one ATM in San Marcos. Sorry, need to give you more attention. There's only one ATM in San Marcos, so if you're coming here or to Atitlan, make sure you bring some cash with you because not a lot of places take cards here. Oh, so cute. Alright, I'm getting ready to take you out. You enjoy a little bit of the view from my window. San Marcos is quite small and there's pretty much like one main street where you see everything. Let me go take you around, and we also explore a mirador, which is apparently really beautiful. I haven't checked it out yet, so let's go together. Do you wanna go? So this is kind of the central square, the main area of the village, and it's quite cute. There's some like health stores and whatnot around here. So down there is the lakefront where most of the tourist stuff is, and up there, like behind me, that's where most of the locals live. So in the central square you'll also see some, people selling some stuff and like some locals. But most of the stuff that happens down there is touristy. Let's go see now. This is the local side of the village. And as you can see, there's not much fancy happening here, unfortunately. And this is the beginning of the touristy street that goes all the way to the lakefront. So I've been practicing yoga for quite some time, and I've pretty much know the basics of a lot of stuff like in the spiritual circles, but San Marcos is on another level altogether. Like there's stuff here I've never heard of, but the basics, like the healing crystals and Reiki and energy adjustment and meditation and whatnot. But this is like another level altogether. There's tarot readings and basically you name it, they have it here. There are plenty of shops here that sell vegan and healthy options. I would definitely recommend supporting the locals. Make sure you don't forget coconut water. So good. This sort of acts as the notice board of entire San Marcos, where you can see all the stuff that's on offer, like yoga classes, therapies, retreats, everything. Walking around San Marcos is quite fun, but it's quite small, so it finishes quite quickly. I am taking you to another beautiful spot now. I am in Cerro San Cojil. Oh god, the pronunciation is hard. And yeah, just gonna go up. See, there's a really nice viewpoint. So if you want to go all the way up to the mountain, like it's about 20 minutes, and you can see a really good view. But I think I'm just gonna go to the first one because my legs are still a bit jelly after the hike on Equitenango. And to make things worse for myself, I booked another hike tomorrow to go to the Indian Nose. So yeah, let's go see this. It looks really beautiful. And this is the viewpoint I'm here for. Oh my god, look at this. So beautiful. You can see both the volcanoes. Actually, all of them from here. It's just stunning. Look at that. By the way, there's like a place here from where you can jump into the lake as well. So if I didn't tell you already, Atitlan is a highlands lake, so it is quite cold, especially in the evenings. So yeah, do bring a little bit of warm clothes because it gets chilly in the evenings. This place is magical. So Atitlan is said to have this energy, and you can feel it here only when you get here. Seriously. And I've made a new friend with that energy, and he's really cute and he wants to say hello. Say hello. Hola. Hola, amigo. Aww. He wanted to give me kisses, but I'm a little scared still because I don't know whose dog that is. Yeah, this place is gorgeous. Bugsy, let's go. Yes, I'm calling him Bugsy. This is the trampoline. I found it, and this is where you can jump into the lake from. Wow, looks really beautiful, but the park is closed and I'm not sure how to get out of here. Oh, it looks really tempting though. I'm also not a very good swimmer, so I'm just gonna rely on the view for now. Where's Bugsy? Bugsy! Look! I ended up spending the rest of my evening with Bugsy, and this is the sunset we got. If you want to get to beautiful travel destinations like this one, but don't want the hassle of planning, check out my website and travel with me. It's time to go for another beautiful hike, and this time I'm going to the Indian Nose. So usually people go for the sunrise, but I just don't fancy waking up at 4 o'clock and be dead for the next full day. So I'm going now. So starting from San Marcos and heading there, waiting for my guide. With my ice cream. Let's go. Part 2! I am in Santa Clara now, and this is where the hike begins. Now, usually, you can do this on your own as well, but it's quite a deserted path, and I've been told that you shouldn't do it without a guide because people have been mugged here. I mean, generally around lake as well. For other hikes, so go with a guide. That's what I've been told. I don't know how true that is. Or maybe it's just a ruse to, get locals to go with you. But in any case, yeah, do it with a guide. You have some feisty residents. How cute! So we're going through plantations of coffee, and you can see the coffee beans everywhere. Wow, this is one beautiful hike. We're kind of like midway. Wow. I mean, why would you do this in dark? It's crazy. Do it during the day like I am. Let's look at that. Wow. You can see all the villages from here, which I need to tell you about. So there's 11 different villages and towns around Lake Atitlan, and there's at least 3 volcanoes, San Pedro, Atitlan, and there's one more that I don't remember the name of. So San Pedro has the most sort of, like backpackers vibe. If you want to do, that's your thing, not mine, so I decided to skip that. And then San Marcos is more like, the spiritual area where you have all the yoga and whatnot. And while it's nice and more developed, it's a little more difficult to go from there to different places. So on the very far side there is Panajachel, which is sort of the biggest town and practically the easiest one. So that's why I'm moving there today. Yeah, let's see the view now. I put a lot of effort into my videos to show you all these beautiful spots. It is quite a lot of work and I need your support to continue. You can do that if you like, subscribe, comment, and most importantly, share this video. I really don't want to leave, but I need to go to Panajachel and I'm gonna miss the boat. But can you blame me? I mean, look at this place, it's so beautiful. So yeah, it's time to head back down and then to Panajachel, onwards to new places. Sorry, I forgot to tell you, the best way to get around the lake is on boats. You can do village hopping quite easily. The boats are quite frequent, every 10-15 minutes or so, and the last one is at 5 p.m. and it gets quite dark by that time anyway, and there's no public bus after 3-4ish either, so be careful. 45 minutes and a bumpy ride later, I am in Panajachel. This town is considerably bigger. I mean, it's probably the biggest settlement on Lake Atitlan. The view is really nice along the way, and you could see like so many different quirky houses and beautiful buildings. So yeah, I think a boat ride on Atitlan is like a must do. So I'm here to watch the sunset, and I'm gonna get some food and sleep because I have to wake up early tomorrow for Chichicastenango. Hope you're excited to see the market town with me. The main reason I moved from San Marcos to Panajachel is to do my trip to Chichicastenango market on Thursday, which is a market day. And it is a really fun experience, but I would definitely recommend doing it from here. If you want to find out more about what to do there and how to spend the day, click on the link above and check out that video for Chichicastenango. After coming back from Chichicastenango, I am heading to this beautiful bar that's located right on the lakefront for another gorgeous sunset. Sunsets are definitely my favorite part of Atitlan, and everyone talks about this energy that brings you to Atitlan, and I felt it strongest at this time. Buenos dias! After I came back from Chichicastenango yesterday, I was a bit tired, so I decided not to do anything else. I just headed to the bar called Selena, which is like right at the lakefront, and I just had some amazing sunset there. I think that was the most beautiful sunset I've seen so far in Guatemala. It's absolutely spectacular. So I forgot to give you some information about Panajachel. There's one street in the middle called Calle Santander or Santander Street, and this is where you will find most of the stuff here, the restaurants and whatnot, and there's quite a few of them. There's street food, there's some live music in the evenings, so it's quite nice. And at the end of the street you will find the area where you can go see the sunsets if you don't want to go to a bar. So that's really helpful. If you want to do tours from here, literally just walk on the street and you'll see plenty of people who are selling the tours, but check online first. So that's pretty much it from Panajachel. I'm heading to another beautiful spot that I've sort of seen the photos and I think it's a bit like unreal. So yeah, that's something to be seen. But it's gonna take like a 10-11 hour shuttle to get there, and I'm not really super happy about that, but it's a chance to see Guatemala, I guess, from the window of the car. So I'm gonna get my breakfast and then I'm waiting for my shuttle to take me there. So let's go see the journey and then where it takes us. I am talking about Sumuk Champe, of course, and yes, it is a little unreal even after I visited it. So click on the link above and meet me there. This is Brown Boy Travels. I really hope you liked this video. If you did, please do like, subscribe and share. And do let me know in comments if you have any questions. You can also reach me on Instagram. I will see you in another beautiful destination in another video. Until then, you have a wonderful day ahead. Bye!